get straight to it. I made a video like this a while back, but it was really short, and I just talked about one type of person that you should cut off. But in this video, I'm gonna do three types of people you should cut off. So first, I'm gonna start off with the type of people that you should cut off that I mentioned in my previous video, and that type of person is people that talk behind people's back. Let's say you have a friend and you're with them, and they feel comfortable enough to talk about one of their friends with you. They probably do the same thing with them towards you. You should never be friends with people that talk behind people's back because it's just so fake. And apart from that, it can actually make you also do similar things to that as well. It's kind of like gossiping. If one person starts gossiping or starts talking about this person, you're more inclined to also talk about them, and you might say something and they might decide that they're gonna tell that person what you said, and then you seem like the bad guy. So there's just no point having friends that talk behind people's back. It's just negative and it's just so unnecessary, you know? Like, if you're gonna say something behind someone's back, you should tell them to their face as well. And I do understand there's different types of like talking people. There's like different versions of like talking behind people's back. Like, there's one where you're literally talking about someone that you know or you're friends with, and then the second is someone you don't like. And I'm actually really guilty of the second one, where I talk a lot about others that I just don't like or mess with. And that's kind of still pretty bad. I don't know if that's like questionable if you should cut them off, but you should definitely at least tell them that you don't really care, and talk about something more important, right? Because it's just gossiping at the end of the day. It doesn't really bring you no benefit. The second type of person you should cut off are people that have no goals, or like just don't take life too serious. And obviously, don't get me wrong, life shouldn't always be taken too serious. Sometimes, you have to have some laughs and giggles. And I'm that type of friend that always, when we hang out and we're doing something fun, I'm like, a comedian kind of, but they have to have goals as well. Like, outside of, hanging out and stuff, like, you want them to do the best that they can for their own lives, You don't want them to be unemployed. You don't want them to do nothing with their lives, So it's just really just worrying about them and yourselves, because you know how all those quotes go that the people that you spend the most time with kind of make a version of you. And if you're hanging out with, I guess, bums, quote unquote, you're probably gonna be a bum too. And I just feel like if you're around people that are very positive and very motivated, and they have a lot of discipline, and they have big goals, for example, they're working out, they have a job, they're starting their own business, whatever it may be, you're more inspired, and you're likely to be able to ask questions, and they're going to answer you, and you can do your own things and achieve your own things. But if you're surrounded by people that are not really taking anything serious, and they just go day by day doing nothing really, it's kind of depressing if you really think about it. And then the third type of person you should cut off, or people that you should cut off, is basically like fake people slash like haters. And what I mean by that is, have you ever had this happen where, let's say you're talking about a goal of yours or something you want to achieve, and your friend just starts like hating on you? Like, they just say like, yeah, that's not gonna happen, or they just do it like kind of on the low, where like it sounds like it's a joke, but it's like it's really not, man. Like, those type of friends are just haters, man. Like, they're just hating on the side, and they might not have the worst intentions sometimes, and it might really be a joke, but like, you can kind of recognize the pattern. And those type of people you should cut off, because it's just negativity, and you don't want negativity in your life. It's similar to another type of friend that I'm not going to mention in this video, but it's basically just really negative people. And I know people have problems, we all have problems, but some people have more problems than others, and they like to put those problems onto others, and then that makes those people also depressed. And it's like, why would I want to be friends with you if you make everything more depressing? You make my life more sad, right? So it's kind of the same thing with just hating. If you have a goal of yours and you want to achieve it, and the people around you are telling you that you're not going to achieve it, it's like 10 times harder. Like, some people might think it's like motivation and stuff, but like, deep down, most of us are probably going to quit, or like, we're going to be like very discouraged, and we might not be able to accomplish what we want. And like, an example of that is, for instance, let's say you're doing a presentation, right? And imagine people start like imagine you're looking around and people are like yawning, or like you can literally hear someone whisper like, "Oh, this is trash." Like, wouldn't you feel a certain way? I mean, maybe not all people, but I know for sure me, I'll probably get like really like shy, and I probably start stuttering and I just get awkward, and I really think about that afterwards. So it's the same thing with, you know, your goals. Like if you have a goal of yours and people around you tell you that you can't achieve it, you're actually more likely subconsciously to listen to them and not even like continue, because they might actually try to persuade you as well to give up, and that's never a good idea. You should be around people that actually encourage you and can give you positive criticism. Like just criticism in general is criticism in general is way different than just hating on you. Like let's say you're fat, someone hating on you is just gonna make fun of you that you're fat. But criticism is like, hey man, like I think you're a bit overweight. Like I think you should do something about it. Like that's actually being genuine and like polite, and they're actually giving you advice as well on what you can do. Maybe like, hey man, do you want to start going to the gym every day? Do you want to start going for walks? Like stuff like that is criticism. But just saying you're fat, saying to look alike, like that's just hating. Like you don't want those type of people, because you're gonna keep on hearing that, and it's just gonna make your self feel worse. So that's really it for today's video. Those are 3 types of people you should probably cut off immediately, ASAP. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Peace.